Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today we are talking a bit about how I dislike the way the community goes about this game. I'm gonna tell you right now in the beginning this game has problems, and I'm gonna speak about them in this video as well, because I don't just wanna bootleg the developers obviously. But let's go through the criticism. The biggest criticism that is valid, and pretty much the only valid criticism in my opinion, is the missing modes like tournament modes and so on and so forth. Now, while I see this as valid criticism because it does need to come and it will come obviously, this is a rushed release. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is a rushed release, but it is supposed to get live service. They are supposed to patch things, and they did already start, even if you don't acknowledge it, right? There was this issue where Xbox players could not play online. They fixed that. That was their first priority. And then were people like, yeah, where are the other fixes? Of course they're gonna fix the stuff that prevents people from actually playing the game first. I don't know why everybody's surprised about that. Now about modes. Why do I know that they come? Well, we just need to look at the message list we have here. What do we have? Let's wait until we have 4 people. There's no modes with 4 people. Well, let's wait until we have 8 people. Handicap, please. We don't have handicaps here. Normal rules, ever-changing rules. We don't have rule changes right now. League match, tournament match. Those are all stuff that was obviously supposed to be in the main game, but due to the rush release was cut for the moment to be implemented at a later time. That's why the modes are not here, but the messages are still there. Another thing, this is not something that I know, but that I think is obviously pretty likely. The back out button. Same logic. Why would they show us that somebody rage quits a lot if they don't let us leave? Now, I do think it's obviously questionable to not at least wait until the back out button is ready, but have a little bit of faith it is coming. And that's where the valid criticism ends, unfortunately. This is all people have to say. It's a scam, don't buy this, boycott this game. And honestly, all these videos that nowadays still come out, you know, after 2 months, they are just leeching off the people that still click on those videos. They know that it brings clicks, that's why they do the videos. Now to talk about the less valid criticism, this story mode. If you thought that they were gonna remade 4 different story modes from 4 different games in their entirety and then make a original story mode as well, that was never an option. That was honestly delusional, if anybody actually thought that. Do we really want them to remake 4 games? Do you know how much work that is? Now to talk about my own criticism, right? But I don't only want to criticize it, I want to give solutions as well. So gameplay wise. Now let me tell you that there's actually a move in the game which I would like to see as something that would be the standard for melee jutsus. Here we have Might Guy's quote-unquote long-range jutsu. He teleports in front of his enemy and does a little bit of a combo. Why is this so special? Because it can be interrupted on startup, only clashes with melee jutsus on its first hit, and after that is interruptible again. This is how I would want every jutsu to be. We should not stand in a combo of the enemy, sub and insta jutsu, and have it fucking confirmed depending on the timing when you did it. Another thing, there are a lot of jutsus in this game that are on the map for a long time. For example, Orochimaru's melee jutsu have invulnerability for the entire duration, which I think is kind of stupid. So 2 changes I would propose. First off, melee jutsus, you should not be able to block cancel them anymore. Easy as that. If you want to get out of that jutsu, you gotta change character. So there's still a way, but it's not as safe. Second off, melee jutsus should be vulnerable from behind. I get that kunais and melee attacks and all that kind of stuff doesn't get through your own melee jutsu if you are in front of the enemy. I get that. But why is it that if I get behind the enemy, let's say I jump over a Rasengan and I chakra sprint into the enemy, how come I can't chakra sprint them? Make them vulnerable from behind. Make them even be able to be kunai from behind. That would prevent all those Orochimarus to just instantly do their fucking jutsu every time they sub. If I have a character that has 2 melee jutsus, I literally have to just watch it. Every single time that man subs, he's gonna do it. And I have to watch it every single time. Why? Another thing, why are there some jutsus that don't care about the rules that other jutsus have, right? If we take Pain's Shinra Tensei, his almighty push, it is not cancelable in any way, and it leaves you open for a short time after you're done, which I think is the right way to go about these jutsus. But why come that Nagato's and Sasuke's version can't be just block cancelled. Like you just broke your own rules. Another example of that, all Rasengans can be cancelled, except for one, which not only cannot be cancelled, but is the worst Rasengan overall. Right, Naruto's Rasengan, quite a bit of range, pretty fast, can be cancelled. Minato's, quite a bit of range, pretty fast, doesn't track as well, can be cancelled. Jiraiya's Rasengan, almost no range, pretty slow, cannot be cancelled. Why? Another thing that I really don't like, reanimated Minato. What I found out in my recent videos is that he not only is pretty fast with his Flying Raijin level 2, which everybody spams, he is invulnerable for a time while he does the jutsu. He doesn't only have armor, right? You can get through that with ranged jutsus. He is invulnerable. I'm gonna show you a clip right now. Because it does. Now as you can see, I called Itachi and his fireball jutsu went through him. Minato's Flying Raijin level 2 has a really short duration in which you can punish it. Like really short. Less than a second. It's right after the Rasengan ends, which is when he gets vulnerable again, and before he is able to block, which is not even half a second later. He's still in the air when he can block again. But the duration of that is so short, the only thing you can get in guaranteed is a kunai. So yeah, this is something that I would say obviously needs to change. If I make the read that a Minato is gonna do Flying Raijin level 2, which is not the hardest read to make because everybody of those does that, and I throw a ranged jutsu, I do not want to see it go through his body. He is not Obito. And that's pretty much all. Now the important part of this video is that you not only criticize, but you give solutions. That's the right way to do it. That's what I did right now. I did not only criticize the jutsus, I also gave a solution for those. And yes, obviously this game is not perfect. You don't need to bootleg the developers. You don't need to praise them into the air. But just wait and let them do their work, okay? Don't let it fail in the beginning. Because if you have a live service game get a bad start, the companies above the developers might cut the money. They might cut the funds, in which case the live service will be cancelled. So what I want to see is not people saying it's a scam, don't buy it, If you don't want to play it, don't play it, okay? But don't push it down with yourself. And then in the end, if it gets cancelled because of you, you'll be like, I told you. And we still obviously have to point out that it can't be that we go into a game without a back out button. That's it from me.
I love this guy. This Kuro.
Yeah, Kuro's awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Kuro, no one appreciates you.